this is the ninth postmortem for me of the Summer Cup. The last one, all 9 matches I've done postmortems for, which is fun. Maybe I'll continue that tradition in the future. But this is the last one. It's the finals as well. And I made sure to commit to this before the match happened, just to, you know, because I'm not going to want to. It's difficult to commit to that if the result isn't the way I wanted it to be. But so I had to commit to it beforehand, and Opie decided to join me as well in this.
Yeah, Legorve wanted to do it yesterday, but I was like, I'm a little bit too exhausted and I
Yep,
can't get up the energy right now.
yep. Understandable. I was really excited to do it as well. I thought there were some cool plays in there to talk about. But I guess we'll just get started with the draft for the match.
Ah, yes,
Um,
the draft. I
yeah,
mean, the draft went about as exactly as expected, except for like your order thing. The way you draft the order was a little weird.
it was.
Uh,
I didn't think that far ahead. I really had the plan of just since I like won coin flip or whatever. I don't know if it
I
was a coin
mean,
flip or you
it
just
wasn't a coin
deferred.
flip. I just deferred it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I mean, if I get first choice, I'm gonna spy first. I just want to mess you up as much as I can. I know you like that, just, I mean, as a mental thing.
I mean, so yeah, I do tend to prefer spying first, but I've done both, right? I'm
Yeah.
largely comfortable with
I know
either
you're
side starting.
capable of doing sniper first as well, but
Yeah.
just wanted to steal that away from you. Maybe I get to set the pace, which I don't normally do, so maybe that catches you off guard as well. And then also, I banned ballroom.
Oh no, I'm so shocked.
Yeah,
Wow.
uh, you told me that you were banning aquarium. You banned aquarium. I was a bit surprised that you were honest, honestly. But
I mean, I went into it thinking that I know Valorum's gonna get banned.
wow,
Um, and like the thing is, if I really wanted to play against you and ban against, because we have a pretty similar venue pool in what we like. If I wanted to ban against you, I might have banned pub, but at the same time, I like Sniper Arcade pub quite a
yeah,
bit. So even though I did go, get swept on pub in this particular setup, right? I felt like, eh, you know, pub is pretty even.
yeah,
So like, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna ban out something that I like to play if you also just because you also like to play it.
yeah. I mean,
One thing
for
I considered doing
yeah, go
is
ahead.
actually doubling gallery.
I considered that too.
I considered doubling gallery.
Yeah.
That's actually hilarious.
I'm like, you're
Uh,
never gonna expect a ballroom ban, but you did. And then
uh,
you're never gonna
no.
expect a gallery double.
Yeah, I was like, well, with gallery, like, gallery, I've been playing a lot of gallery recently, but just because there's been a lot of gallery in the bracket stage, and I've been doing a lot of practice on those, right? So I just played a lot of gallery recently, and I've been feeling pretty okay on it. Um, so I almost considered doubling gallery just because I felt relatively comfortable relative to my normal state on gallery, and thought it might be a weakness for you. But in the end, I went with modern because modern's a really nice 4 of 8 that I like a lot.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of modern, at least from what I saw in the like stats.
Yeah, I have been.
Um, so then I ended up doubling Tan, but I also considered like the three of X's, and then for the order, I
I was also interested in the fact that you left Tan for last. Your own double for
I
last.
didn't really think about it. At a certain point, I was like, what venues are left? Oh, I haven't picked Tan yet. Let me do that one. And then you're like, oh, that's all the venues. And I'm like,
That's all
oh.
the venues. Yep.
I'm
You
like,
literally
oh,
left it to last.
yeah. Yeah, I was like mentally going, I counted in my head, I only counted like 10. And I'm like, oh, okay, that means that there's like three more. But then there's
Now you
bans, of
ban
course.
people.
So yeah, my double ended up being last. So that's all I had prepared for the draft, but then we'll get into the first game.
All right.
Get that up there. I'm starting Spy first on Pub, and we'll get this one started with the countdown in three, two, one. playing it. I'm in the wrong screen. There we go.
This
Gotta
game
real.
didn't feel so eventful to me. The really important bit of this game happens near the end.
Yeah,
Um,
I know exactly which important moment it is.
well, yeah.
Um,
So I mean, let's just get talking about that. I mean, like all I'm doing here when I'm sniping is I'm just pairing people, right?
yeah,
I'm pairing you with wheels, whatever. Um, but not I'm pairing pretty much anyone who stands near each other.
yeah.
So it's not like
I feel like this was a
particular.
nice start because like we entered from different directions, but in like the same spot, which is kind of AI like. But I know you don't care about that.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really mind. It's just whoever's standing near each other. Um, just watching for bug here. Obviously, you're not doing too much. And the big thing, so you get this kind of like cheese-ish flirt. You talk and then immediately leave,
Yes.
right? But I'm not watching for that kind of thing. I'm just thinking, okay, well, picturely flirting with wheels. You go to statues, and here's the like the kind of big moment is one, you get the green test swap, which is if you don't, you die.
Yeah.
If you don't get the green test swap, you die.
Yeah, saved it for this
um,
late second cycle just in case, but yeah, that was big. Test. I was hitting greens this match, which was important.
I was fucking not.
Yeah, we'll see that
That's
later
gonna
on.
that's gonna become a theme, yeah. So you go back, and so this contact happens, and you're not in for real. So I'm pretty comfortable with that. But the thing is, one thing. So Alice basically splits out of this
Yes,
conversation to
she
go pick
gets
up your
real
statue.
splits and gets called then, which is super late.
Yeah, and so one of the yeah. So it's super late. One, two. Because AI gets called from a like the it's absolute distance, not the distance they have to walk.
Yes.
It just happens so long um after you've been to statue that it's like it's not really even in my mind that this would be a green swap rather. um it's just, I mean, so there's like some sort of like a little bit of wow, why is Alice swapping, right? Because
Yeah.
theoretically she would have four missions if she had flirt. um so there's like that some kind of thing like there, but it's just like you put the statue back down at 112.3, and then it gets picked up at 38.2. That's like over 30 seconds, I think 34 seconds or something
Yeah.
between statue put down and pick up for the green swap, which is just a long
Yeah,
time.
honestly, the fact that I am able to get in conversation alone, but also do a fake BB,
in the end of
and the
red.
fact that it is green, honestly, is very important too.
Yeah, the green swap's incredibly important. The fact that it's the contact is green is incredibly important because if it's not,
She is definitely out of there by then.
then Alice is a low light, and you might still win that because it's still a long time since the green, but there's a lot more chance that I end up shooting you
Yeah.
if Alice is a low light there. But yeah, that was that game. A couple of really important green tests there for you. I
Yeah.
probably should have repaired you with wheels when you came back to him. That was the main thing that I think could
Yeah.
save me this game. But there were just other things that I was paying attention to. There's a lot of stuff going on inside the bar at the time that you come back to wheels, right? And then of course I'm getting low lights and such.
Yeah. Alright, so I would like everyone to take note of my first character, which is Miss O. Next game.
Excuse me. Is
don't
this?
don't worry.
Oh
Don't
no.
worry.
Oh god damn it.
Do you know what it is?
I
uh,
don't know exactly what it is, but I
you know. You know. Alright, next game. We'll get this one started in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. So, if there's any venue that you like time at on, it's Sniper Kid Pub.
I do.
So
It's also not fun to white it when you're checking
yeah,
for it.
but I'm highlighting for window visits here, and I noticed that there's been a time ad.
This
So
bug is so nice.
it is
I'm so
very
sad.
nice, but I didn't see you enter there, and I'm like, oh, wheels could have bugged.
Yeah,
So
but I have a drink in hand.
yeah, but you could have wrong arm bugged.
Which I did.
Yes, you did.
Grumble, grumble. I guess the question for me in this game is: would you shoot me if the double agent comes to my conversation at the end of the game in a contact instead of me going to statues later on?
You see, because I had this pair, like I knew that you were at windows together, but I also attributed that flirt more to Alice
Yeah, that's
because
she came to me. Yeah,
she came to you and she left first.
exactly, exactly. That's what I was like kind of hoping.
But the
Um,
fact that you were here for so long and talked multiple times, like around 45 seconds apart, that did get you credited for it, and you had the bug. So
I think I waited a little bit between flirts. Yeah, look at this. 139 flirtation cooldown expires. I wait like 6 seconds beyond that, which isn't like a huge amount, but it's definitely, I was definitely being cognizant of the whole 45 seconds between flirts thing. So, in fact, Alice is a little bit closer to the 45 seconds she's talking right now.
yeah, I mean she was definitely credited for it, and at the end I'm gonna be watching her for bug when you're at statues, because I'm like, oh, um, she's obviously done with flirt, but she doesn't have anything else. Or no, she went
Right.
to statues, didn't she?
Yeah, she did go to statues.
Yeah, okay, so she also had the same missions you did and was threatening Bug at the end, but I'm like, alright, I'm gonna hold on Wheels for a second, see if Alice does anything, and if not, I'll shoot Wheels.
Hmm. Yeah, because so I guess if Double Agent does come to my conversation, I could win that. Alice might get shot instead of me, right? Because she's just a bigger suspect for the flirt itself.
I mean, you have the Bug credit. I guess she has the inspect.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing, because like we're just finishing, but we're finishing in different ways, kind of.
I feel like
I
though,
honestly didn't think that I was gonna get shot for these statues because I felt like I was clean on the bug.
yeah,
But
uh, yeah, here she goes next to Amba, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch that for a moment before shooting Wheels, and I'm like, I have time because you're inspecting, you hit the 2 flirt maybe, so I've got 10 seconds.
mhm. Yeah, that was an unfortunate white time ad for sure. Because I think on a green time ad, even though if you're highlighting for windows, it's still less likely that you're gonna notice
Yeah,
immediately and get so many lowlights off of it. And I that bug might be better. It might, come. There's just a lot of like white tests in this set. Twice I get like basically get shot for time because
yes.
it's a white test.
But also,
Uh,
yes, this bug is pretty incredible.
yeah, I was very happy with it, and so I was very upset when you shot me because I was like, wow, that's not cool, man. Not
Stop it.
cool at all.
Alright, we'll get on to Modern now. It
Hmm.
is 2-0. We'll get this one started with me as Miss T on Modern in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
OT.
Yes? Is there something wrong?
I'm gonna reserve my judgment. Oh god damn it, death tactic, isn't it? DT fucking knows.
Yeah, I might have OTBAP'd you in the finals.
Imagine if I'd caught on to that, by the way.
Honestly, I would have forfeited. That would have been amazing.
Just imagine. Oh, that would have been
For
amazing.
someone who doesn't buy into character picks, to catch on to that, you'd win.
Oh, it would have been so good.
But yes, you are correct. The next game will be Boots for me. And then Disney, and then Tex.
Didn't do it twice, did you?
No, I didn't plan that far ahead.
I mean, I'm just doing my regular sniping thing on Modern here. There's nothing special going on
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
just doing my normal spy thing here, which is just doing nothing.
See, so the weird thing is I didn't feel like I played that bad on Sniper. There were just some games, like the pub game where it's like a massive. Okay, I want to complain about Gallery as well when we get to it, because
Yeah,
that Gallery game was fucking stupid.
yeah, we'll get there in due time. Not hitting the 2 flirt there is not excellent, as
Oh no.
Miss T sending off Alice just to get cooldown down, even though there was 0 seconds left on that delegate.
Mhm.
Amba's been here for a long time. I don't want him there.
Yeah, I actually did notice this. I was like, could be pushing out Amba, with that kind of placement, right? And of course, I'm watching for any kind of standing bug.
Yeah. And I had hoped that I had entered in a way that I could not be
Oh yeah, no,
anyway
I
credited
didn't.
bug.
No credits there. This is a postmortem Grogan, so kind of recap, yeah.
Yes. Back in with Alice want this contact. That was really nice, and yeah, there goes
Double agent
home.
leaves.
It would have been really nice actually.
Yeah, so this game I didn't feel too much pressure, honestly.
Banana bread.
In this split, I don't low light you for it because come on now, Legorve.
Yeah. I thought I had a fake there because only one person had entered since the DA split,
You were correct.
which I guess is not actually what I wanted because I should have wanted a fake contact in there.
So yeah, I know which conversation you came from because of the split, actually.
Yeah.
So I know exactly who could have done this per line. I think it's like just Alice and Blaine, I believe. I have I keep kind of Kane and Irish around, but I don't think they could have been in that.
Yeah, at
But I'm
this
not really
point,
worried
I'm
about
like kinda willing to sell out on the fake, but I'm like, ooh, real double agent.
it.
What's up? I can actually finish this game.
Banana bread.
So yeah, this
Instant.
knocks out Irish for 100% sure, and then now you're obviously the very top suspect because you're the one who's getting this
Yeah.
contact when no one else in the party has it,
Also, it was
basically.
an instant green, which is honestly not good in that case, because that's so much less likely to be anybody else.
So I mean, this I can't actually see, but it's just so obviously you that I'm
Yeah.
never not taking that shot.
Yeah, I can't blame you for taking that. I mean, it's actually less visible than I thought it was.
Well, the wheels is really what blocks it. The big time. I think if I rotate all the way over, because it becomes more visible.
Yeah.
I have to rotate all the way over to the left side to make that visible. But I thought because of where wheels was, I would have a better chance at seeing it from the angle held,
Yeah.
which I was wrong about. But
But
like,
it doesn't matter.
it really doesn't matter now because I'm like, if this is an AI, then fuck the game. Honestly, if this is an AI, then fuck everything. Then again, I do get that kind of thing later on in this
Yeah.
set, so we can skip this game.
No, it's fast enough. We'll just watch it. Wait, I should start the prediction for this one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess you do need to like get through this
Yeah, I
prediction
do.
games wheel.
All right, you got a 43% chance. Okay, you're doing good. 55. Ooh, and then it's over.
Yeah.
There were 4 timestamps in that one.
This is not the character for this bug.
Yes.
This I chose Sam and I was like, and then I got this opportunity and I was like, I got too tempted by it. I was like, but obviously it's not the character. Maybe if I had Taft as my ambassador, but like that's the trade-off, right? Like sometimes Taft too speedy, but sometimes text too slim, that kind of thing. There's definitely trade-offs. The main reason I picked Tex as ambassador is because I think Taft is a better spy.
Yep. I just alternate between them still.
That's fair.
Which helped me
Yeah.
out because I was able to do Tex for my 5th game. Alright, we'll get this one started as Miss B in 3, 2, 1, planet.
Yeah, so I forget what happened in this game, not gonna lie. This is not the one that stuck out in my memory all
Oh,
that much.
I know what happens in this one. Uh, this is the shenanigans game.
The shenanigans game. Goodness, I don't remember at all what you're referring to.
You'll remember eventually.
Because like some games really stick out in my head, others do not as
Yeah.
much. I don't know why. I don't know which one does which. I see you're upcoming to do a microfilm.
Yes.
Oh no, I remember now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember this game now. Okay, I remember this game now. It's so the reason I don't remember this game is because I wasn't like tracking you throughout the game. I just kind of saw
Yeah.
one thing and shot you.
So there's the first microfilm. The plan was to get one good microfilm, and then eventually I would come out to the dark corner and I would do the off-screen microfilm. Because if you're looking at the party, couldn't like from this normal angle, I could stand in the corner and basically be off-screen.
I see.
But it does take a lot of time to do that.
Yeah,
And
that's the
it's a
problem
it's a
with
very telegraphed play
losing.
too.
That's a problem with leaving for the AT microfilm. I very rarely will leave with a book and not put it back wrong. So if you see someone leaving with a book and then putting it back correctly, you should lowlight that, guys.
Oh,
Everyone playing
yes.
against me, totally lowlight that. Uh, it's not like I do it every once in a while just to make sure no one can lowlight for it.
This flirt was silly.
I mean, I don't watch Flirt that much on Modern.
Here we go into the blue shelf, even though Irish just walked over it.
How dare you? Your Rand would really get you for that one.
Yeah, pathing's been on my mind. DT wrecked me for it. At least on one game. That's enough.
Wow, breaking book read animations against me?
Yeah. How could
Probably
I?
unconscious. Oh, that path is pretty bad in that conversation.
Yeah, that path wasn't great.
That's actually a path I might notice in some, it's just like kind of out of the, like just not like consciously watching for, but that thing is something I might kind of
Yeah.
notice if I have any kind of like attention on you that I want.
Okay, here we go. Microfilm behind the conversation. I red test it. I
It's a
cancel
red
it.
test.
I
It's a
speedy
red test.
split.
Okay.
I get back out, and then I do a white microphone behind the conversation. And it seemed like you noticed a multitude of things there.
I, I didn't actually notice the first one because I was going over to check which twin was that
Oh,
statue here. I was hovering over twin to like be
that's
like
what
which
you were
twin is
doing.
that? And then but like it's just really hard to make this work because like it's really hard to make this work because it's really even taking this angle, right? I often will go over to the right a little bit. Like it's just so hard to make that work.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I do is I cheese flew out of it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But then I red test it, so I cancel it, and I'm like, oh, the double agent joins. I should get a contact while I'm here. So I BB split to cover for it as well.
See, that's the thing. I noticed your BB split,
Oh yeah.
so I was like kind of like looking for you in the back there,
Yeah.
just because I was like, where'd Buns go?
Yeah, if I hit the green on the first one, maybe that's a better play.
Maybe yeah.
But that, as it stands, is where did I? 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2.
I might have forgotten to add one. That might be the last game. No, I'm spying first.
It's 3-2.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. No, hold on. I should have the lead at this point. Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
it's 3-2.
I added it to the wrong spot. I added it as 2 to
I should
3.
have the lead at this point. It's 3-2. Legorve. What is that called?
Okay. I had it on you. Okay, here we go.
I
Next
see.
game. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
OP scoreboard, as if this isn't Legorve.
Don't worry, my OP scoreboard's not almost done. I haven't worked on it in like a few weeks. By the way, I'm calling the automated scoreboard the OP scoreboard, so that it won't, forget about it won't forget to update the scoreboard. So I do inspect highlights here, except for you.
Except for me.
Yeah.
I did notice that you might have gotten one on wheels, but I was like, maybe that's a low light. But I just wanted to make sure that I had an early inspect game in here. The thing is, so I do notice that you never like put your laser on me, so I'm like, maybe I did get away with this, like this kind of like maybe I got away with this, or I just didn't get my well-deserved low light. How dare you? Also here, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty confident I might be getting away from this fingerprint pretty clean, just because of how the party kind of layout is in terms of visibility and where the ambassador is. And I'm kind of in the middle of like 2 different areas that you want to be watching, so you're not focused on me as much. So I did feel pretty good about my position here in the first bit of this game. Because if you're highlighting for statues, I've gotten away without getting that highlight. If you're low lighting for them, then damn, that sucks, but I didn't get my low light, but whatever, I'm not a highlight. And I
Yeah.
do have some progress.
So we're gonna need a Kane gets a difficult print without being noticed counter. And this is number 1.
This is number 1. Yeah, we're gonna have one later on in another game.
Yeah,
Hate you.
a game that you're a big fan of. So yeah, you've got most soft tells done so far. Doing pretty good. Get a delegate, send it off to Teal.
Yep.
Salmon's a big suspect here for flirting with Teal, who was last seen at Blue Bookcase.
So
I
yeah,
did I
this
did notice Salmon's position with you, but I attributed that to Salmon more so.
right. So I did like this kind of cheese because it felt. I saw that you like noticed this instantly. This
Yeah,
you like noticed the purloin. Just I saw that laser flick and I was like, holy shit, he knows that quick.
yeah.
Am I in danger?
The thing is, I mean, I had Salmon and Teal at Blue Bookshelf, and I never saw Teal go in a conversation. So I'm like, oh,
Ah,
that's not
okay.
good, because I saw Teal take the list. But
Mhm.
Opie wouldn't just take the list without being from a conversation. I don't think you'd even just take the list on Modern, unless it's
So
like
yeah,
your
I'm
last
gonna,
mission.
I'm planning on a silent game here, and then you just shoot twin.
Yeah, I think Twin was finishing inspects. Maybe I'd run to bar, gets the Purling credit. And yeah, you like contactless games if you're doing inspects in particular.
Yeah, that's true.
That ties it up out of your
Does
double.
indeed. So good double pog.
Yeah. Next we're on to High Rise because I drafted all the 3 of X's at the start as some sort of strategy. Um, why am I seeing the next game as Opie on as Rocker on Redwoods?
I don't know. Fix your shit.
That doesn't seem like my problem. um,
I don't. I honestly wouldn't know why you're seeing that like that. I gave them to you as they're outputted by my program, and they output in order.
yeah, I mean, they're sorted by the time as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they all at the same time. Huh, because I unzipped them.
Hmm.
I don't know how to fix that.
Just fix your fucking side of the thing, Legorve, so you can
It's
call the
not,
Wobbles website.
it's not broken. I really don't know what to do about that. I might just have to turn it off.
Sadness.
Oh well. There were some games that it would be quite interesting to see it with.
Restarting didn't fix it. Restarting it. I mean, did you keep the thing where it deletes the games as it goes through them, Legorve?
I have not, but I mean, I could just
Oh my
remove
god.
them.
Okay.
Let me try
So you
restarting it.
can
We'll see
restart
if
it.
that doesn't work. We'll turn it off. Yeah, it's still going with Rocker on Redwoods next.
Weird.
Sadness. Yeah, because Game 7 is correct. It's the correct high res game. Oh well.
Mm,
We'll turn that off then. Unfortunate.
sadness.
But
My
we'll
tool.
get high res going in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. We
Legorve just
got.
wants to break my spirit.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I'd have to like manually. I could sort them by file name. Let me do that while this game is going. Speaking of which, I've got Mr. A.
There he is.
Yep. And so slide that on over. Do-do-do. So completely random character picks up until this point.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I get the first flirt here from cross combo, and I get highlight for it.
Yep.
Nice.
I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and look exactly what I hated about you and your positioning there. I don't know. I don't. But I just did not like it. Did not like something about you, and that helps me a lot later on in this game because
Yeah.
at some point there are like two big suspects as far as threat goes, but I just like they just don't really seem like they're like flirting or being spy-like compared to you. So
Banana bread.
Yeah, this is a
so
pretty
yeah.
normal high-rise game. do flirt stop talk there, because it seemed like you were guarding the left side.
I think that might make me hate you more. Not I don't remember, but I just do remember that like something about what you were doing was not pleasant for me in my brain.
I went to green bookcase. There was really no reason to do that, but
True,
oh well.
but I don't care. Yeah, you're okay. That stop talk right. That's the stop talk that I hated the most.
Okay.
I was like I remembered hating one of your stop talks, but that
Yeah.
stop talk really
Yeah, I
was
had
like
Seek in front of
no.
me. I'm like, okay, that's free. And then Red BB.
Yeah, red BB.
I was gonna green Purloin, see if General would take it as the middle inspector. But
Yeah, but then again, General's playing a flirtless game. Same kind of thing with pub, except it doesn't have the exculpatory like long green swap on pub, right?
yeah. So rough game there. And that's you taking a lead.
Oh, yay! This game almost works.
Yeah, it does. And we'll get this one started. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I was so sad that it didn't work because there were definitely like I think enough games in which it could have been flipped to make this a lot closer in the end.
I was
Um,
unhappy about this game because I thought it was a dance, but it wasn't actually a dance,
it was a dance,
was
or at
it?
least it was an attempt.
You landed in conversation. I thought.
Yeah, but I was mostly just trying to be behind people, maybe make you not see the bug in the first place, and then once
Well,
your laser started
I
trying to
think
find
that's
me, I
not
start
necessarily a
dancing.
dance. Like once you move again, it's like that's the dance. But
Sure.
I guess the first part of it wasn't. Which I mean, I'm fine with that as far as dancing is concerned. Because it's like, oh, I'm just doing a bug because I have cover.
Well, bug because of cover is good. The idea is that I thought that you're probably watching close enough to see it, and I just want to be as covered as possible, so it's the shot's not easy to take. Um, this is a good contact. Only one
Oh
person
yeah,
out,
Seek
and I
had
know it's minus
major
two.
bug credit here, by the way, and he's the only one out for
Oh,
BB.
damn it! Really?
Yeah, he stutter
I
stepped near Amba and
I
Chaos.
I could not have known that. Fuck that. I mean, I just see a BB I know is gonna give everyone real, and I'm like, this seems pretty good for me, to me, you know. So I'm thinking I can probably step out to Windows here, and then reset my cooldown, cheese flirt, go bug, right, and dance, ish, kind of, you know. But I've got a lot of cover. Ambassador's in a good spot for it. Um, I think that it hurts me a little bit because Disney and Seek might leave. I think Disney and Seek like leave this spot in the conversation, in a moment, as I do this bug, or maybe not. Yeah, Disney leaves. That Disney leaves, and that hurts my cover a lot, especially on the right side here, because then you can swing around and to find a shot on me a lot easier. One of the bigger mistakes I made here was actually going to the left. If I walk around to the right, then I think I have a lot better chance of getting away with this because I should anticipate that you're trying to rotate around to the left to see me, right?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I think you
so
were starting to correct for that.
yeah, I was correcting for that in the end, but like I have to go there immediately, and maybe I get away with that. Um, but yeah, it's not something I think about a lot. Like um the mechanics of dancing and how to get away with that, right? Is something I don't think about a lot, so I wasn't really thinking
Yeah.
about it and mess it up.
I'm glad I won that one, because I think that would have totally transformed the rest of the finals if I lost that one.
You'd have been tilted.
Yeah. I
Darn,
very
darn.
much dislike dancing.
Uh, I'm so sad now that that I fucked that up. It could have been so good.
Yeah,
Could have been so good,
let me show
Legorve.
the Seek stutter step at the start. Yeah, Para noticed this in, where is it? Right there. I was thinking maybe that's Opie, like getting a wrong arm, boop, getting like a wrong arm bug behind the there and like keeping Amba in range for it to take something like that.
Yes. I now I want to go complain about this AI on this menu.
On Redwoods, yes, perfect. And we get me as Mr. P, Tex, and we've completed the OTBAP. Yes, the meme has been completed. And we'll get this one started uh, just on a normal countdown in three, two, one, planet. I had a good, not a good. I had a bug opportunity at the start there, but I didn't take it because I didn't want to immediately throw it away because I had plans for Redwoods.
Hmm. Plans that don't matter when the fucking AI.
Yep.
So I sorry does have a bug credit, by the way, pretty early on. It's kind of
Okay.
annoying. That's why she's highlight. Mm,
Started out doing nothing here, which isn't the best. Oh, that's because ST was that statue. That makes a lot more sense.
so we're gonna want to keep our eyes on Irish here in this game
Yes, we will.
because I want you to understand how terrible this is.
So here she
So
comes
for
from
one,
from
so
blue.
here from Blue, here she comes, and for one, look at this spot in
Oh, this
conversation,
was
and for two,
lovely.
look at this talk.
Yeah, I did notice that. I was like, oh, nice job,
Like
Irish. And then
like
double agent
what is like
joined.
okay, this spot in conversation is such bullshit because like it's just something that a spy.
Yeah.
It's so much more likely to be a spy than an AI with that kind of spacing. Um, and it's just something I kind of noticed. Like it's not something I'm paying attention to actively, but it's a thing I notice sometimes. And then she has
Yep.
real, and she's one of the few people with the real.
Yes.
There's only like five of you, and then I gotta watch as the ambassador comes in to make sure no one's bugging,
Yes.
on the way through. And then you're about to leave here. You're about to leave.
Yes.
Go get this briefcase.
It's a dud case at
And
this
the
point.
thing is, it's funny because, and then look at this. Okay,
Yes.
look at she leaves with the ambassador, dips inward, and that's actually because of you. She dips inward
Yes.
because they are standing
Calculated.
there. Totally
Calculated.
okay. Yeah, totally calculated, completely planned out. But she dips inward, which is just like I like Taft is faster than me, and I need to give him a little bit more time to catch up to me, and I can get a free bug. And I'm like, this is like the one time in the set where I'm like, I'm kind of turning off camper
Yep.
brain just a little bit because like
Yeah.
she's not done with missions, and I'm just shooting her for it. And of course, it's a sieve. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is
You
that
were
bullshit?
upset with that one.
I was like, what the fuck? Come on.
Yeah, I had plans for how to draw that game back, but I guess it was getting a bit away from me with time. So that was nice.
So annoyed at our Irish there. Did she just became the spy, except she wasn't.
Yeah.
This is why we don't play behavioral, folks. It was the one time in the set I did this. Anyways, next game.
Next game. All right, and we got you as rocker. Oh, I can actually predict this one because this is the one that's working. Maybe it'll just start working now. All right, we'll get this one started. Let me show the prediction thing. All right, we'll get this one started in three, two, one. Planet.
I mean, this game, it's gonna have no idea what's going on.
Oh yeah. So nothing going on yet.
This sip is actually a bad sip. I shouldn't take this sip
Yeah, I did
because it's
notice
an
that
etiquette
just
break.
now, but had no idea at the start.
So,
So here you go, into green shelf. You're getting a
into
flirt with
green
sorry
shelf.
and an inspect, and or an inspect. I mean, you only have time for one realistically, but I did notice that. Safety off.
Yeah, so I guess I shouldn't have gone with sorry, but I was hoping the ambassador wasn't enough danger there. Maybe I should have. I waited a little bit longer. Anyways, you shoot me for it. Whatever, it
Yeah,
happens.
here comes sorry. She rejoins you, you flirt again, and you're dead.
Oh my god, really? That's
Yeah.
what I was. It was my turn in the conversation. Fuck.
Oh. Don't care about that.
Whatever. Grumble.
Haha.
So I do this at the wrong time. I do it. Oh, it's an SDA that's nearby the ambassador. That does not help my
Oh.
case.
Well, he's also
Yeah, so
include like the
Ambassador is
bookshelf.
100%. Like, I was thinking, okay, there's a bunch of people at bar. Ambassador should be in at least a little bit of like danger, so I can maybe get this like cheese inspect off. Um, and no,
Yeah.
no. So I was like, okay, well, I guess he saw that. I didn't realize until just now that that was an SDA. It makes me upset.
All right, now we got Mia's Disney on High Rise. Fantastic. I don't understand what's going wrong with this, but we'll just move on to the next game, uh, where I've stopped doing character picks because I've completed the OTBAP.
I want everyone to know that Legorve says I picked female characters 90%
You
of the time,
you did.
and then in this set, you should totally use that in this set, Legorv. Come on,
Yeah, but
use that in your set.
I got camper brain.
See, because the thing is, if he had used it in this set, he would have low lit me a good chunk of the time because I
Well,
played a
I
lot
never
of male
planned on low
characters.
lighting it because if I low light for it, you're gonna notice that. So if I was gonna be like a subconscious bias kind of thing. Like if
Okay,
it was
well,
a
still,
50-50, then I could have used it. But I got camper
still.
brain instead.
All right, next
All
game.
right, Ms. Duke on Terrace. We'll get it started in three, two, one. Planet.
This game wasn't all that interesting, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean both Terrace. I guess the second one's more interesting than this one. White Flirt, not great.
I mean, the second one's not more interesting. It's less interesting, in fact, because the party's narrowed down to two after the first couple seconds.
I suppose, but I guess it's faster. There's more action to it.
Uh-huh, sure.
So I did notice that the ST got a print here, which I was happy about.
Yeah, I mean, this is just regular terrorist tracking shit.
Yeah. One of my biggest plans was to look at people who are getting fingerprints, because that seems to be a good indicator of who gets shot, if you do take a safe shot.
Jason joins you. Contact, of course, is going to happen after that.
Yep, pretty good
Alice
time for it.
joins.
Smallman's the only one out. I'm gonna wait for Twin to talk, I think. That's what's
So
happening
Teal
here.
becomes less of a suspect, and then Twin becomes more of a suspect because Twin moves into the real
Yeah,
conversation. So he gets the first highlight of the real BB highlights, but everyone gets one
yep.
in the end.
Definitely felt that, but wasn't concerned about it because it's just real BB highlights. That's procedural.
Yeah, it's procedural, but it also isn't fun to get one. I did notice that you're like kind of been with Twin a good chunk here.
It's only the second time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
but the first
this
time was
path by
about.
Alice is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was okay. I didn't know whether to highlight
Yeah,
for Alice's path or low light for it
it's
or
it's
what the
low
fuck.
lightable, I think. But here we got
Fuel
Twin
Fuel
getting a
was the one
real.
I highlighted in the end. I mean, okay,
Uh,
I do highlight Alice with it. Then she does that, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not Alice, but she's still a
yeah,
highlight, whatever. So the second contact, I switched to who had real in the second contact. But I pretty much know everyone who's
yeah. I red
still lit.
flirted Twin after the BB, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go get a print now. I'm shaking for Smallman to get that fingerprintable statue, but then I remember that he's low lit from the first BB. And then I don't have enough flirt progress, and this game just falls apart.
Yeah, this game doesn't go anywhere. I mean, the AIs just don't do anything, don't do enough to get shot ever, which is usually how that goes. You need to get something by me to win a terrorist game, typically. Sometimes you're gonna get lucky on it, but anyways, so I see you join up with Twin. He leaves.
Yeah.
I'm like, he
I'm
doesn't
left
go.
next to the only low light.
And then so I'm like, okay, well, Twin left, right? And then so then Smallman's being sent to bar. So I was at this point I was like, okay, Duke's pretty big. Okay, and hello.
Yeah. I'm surprised I managed to get that bug to land, but I mean, obviously I'm not going to survive that.
Well, let's just quickly move on next to over this game because it's
Uh,
just
oh, I'm getting deja vu. It's Duke again. Let's get this one started right now.
yeah.
Um, So, if there's any venue you love time at more than Sniper Kid Pub,
I really don't time it that much on Terrace.
it's Sniper Kid Terrace.
I actually don't time it that much on Terrace. This is not Summer Kid Terrace because that's over 3 minutes starting with.
Oh, yeah, it's still
Just
pretty
3 of
smooth.
7.
Yeah, and you said you
Um,
noticed me catch the time ad.
yeah, I noticed that there was like a lot of laser movement. And I was like, shit, I think that might have been caught. And so I was like, well, I've got to play. I've got to make something big happen here. So the idea is at the end, there's this bug. I trigger it too early. I'm trying to trigger it with my right arm, which is going to be hit by the ambassador. But I trigger it early enough such that it is actually the arm facing toward you that ends up getting it. So if I trigger it a little bit later, I think I can get I think I can get that bug really nice. You probably still shoot me for it just because you've caught the time out and it's down to 3.
Yeah,
But like I needed to do something
yeah,
like really quite incredible to win that game. I felt like, and of course, if I'm not, and of course you didn't. If you didn't get that right, time ad, then that bug is going to win me the game anyways. So I felt like it was probably just my best option. I didn't execute quite correctly on it, and I get shot.
yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, even on top of the time ad, I mean, I was pretty sure just because of when Hare and Smallman checked their watches, but I mean, you left Windows extremely quickly after that as well.
Yeah. So balcony.
Yes, balcony. I don't think I've updated the scoreboard in a while.
It's
um,
like you're up 6-4 or something.
well, that's already what I have it as. Okay, maybe I did.
Oh, I don't know.
We'll see. I'm sure we'll find out
Well, oh no,
eventually.
it was 4-4 through Redwood, 6-4 after Redwood, so 7-5
Seven
after
to five.
Terrace.
Right, we split it. Right. Here we go into balcony then. Starting in three, two, one, playing it.
Yeah, this game upsets me because I took like exactly one low light, and it's for something that is it's basically impossible to replicate on purpose.
Yeah, it was actually a nice path. Uh,
Well,
Purloin is on.
it was yeah, Purloin's on. You told me this obviously, I saw it before you told me. I was like, aha,
Hmm.
Purloin, interesting.
Yeah, I just felt like I had good greens last night when I was prepping for it, so I'm like, okay, let's just
Greens do not
push it.
carry day to day for me.
Yeah.
I had so okay. So let's. I want to take a pause here because this is the thing.
Oh, that is a
So
nice path.
it bumps you backwards, which is
Yes.
impossible to replicate on purpose.
Yeah.
That is impossible to replicate on purpose. So I was like, that like Toby just bumps you literally backwards, and that's like, so I just low light you,
Yeah. I
and
thought I felt it too. I saw the laser on me, and I didn't think that would be a highlight.
um, so then we go later on in this game. The reason so Twin almost gets low lit because I'm pretty sure I see something that's really nice in his conversation entry, but he's just really spy like in how he does things in this game, and then there's a contact, and well, he just
Banana
t-
bread.
you know he gets shot. He gets shot because he's just talking too much, and I should have trusted my pathing low light on him. Because there's a chance there that you don't actually finish the missions if I
Yeah.
held.
I was going for the late game two flirt rush. And if
Yeah.
I hit it, that's good. And I'm what was thought to be a hard low light. But if I don't
Yeah.
hit it, things get rough because I have a Drake in hand.
So I really, if I had trusted myself on Twin there,
Banana bread.
I think I can win this game, but I don't trust myself on the Twin low light, and he gets shot. It's unfortunate, and of course because my green rate today is garbage. Um,
Yeah, we've got this
I
next
just
game.
the next game we can just literally almost skip. We can just skip through the last couple seconds. White contact into white purloin in death.
Yep.
Banana bread.
Like, what are you gonna do? I think if you can't hit green tests
Yeah.
today. What a day to not be able to hit green tests, though. Like, this is like 3 games in a row where the fact that I can't hit green tests has drastically hurt my odds of winning the game.
For sure. Yeah, and I was
Oh,
even thinking
courtyard.
after. Oh yes, the fun one. After that white time at on. Was it 9-6, 9-5? Um, After the white time at on terrace as well, I was thinking, okay, a white BB isn't impossible here. because you're not hitting greens today.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
didn't help you there
So
either.
so one thing that I've always mentioned is that I can often tell how well my sniper's playing by how many greens I'm hitting that day.
Yep.
Um, and surprisingly enough, like usually when I'm not hitting greens, I'm just completely like out of it on sniper. Thing is, I think largely because I've been practicing a lot recently, even though I wasn't having a good day as far as greens and like that kind of focus goes, I was still mostly playing decent sniper. I think so. So I think that that's like a good thing for me in the long term because if I can mitigate the downsides of my bad days, especially as it relates to like sniping, then I can probably still win a lot of these matches on bad days. But with the green tests against you when you're just like completely on fire, like can't hit green tests, it's gonna be a rough day. It's gonna be a
Yep.
rough set. Uh,
Alright, so here we go into courtyard, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, plan it. I had a plan for courtyard, and I didn't pick the right character for it, so I was a bit
what was
upset
your plan,
going into this
Legorve?
game. Yeah, I had a plan. I'm not gonna release it. I gotta start building up my own tech folder, because Koopa won't give me his.
Speaking of Legorv, you said that I could have your research sheet on me if you won.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. Yeah, I could send you that. A deal's a deal. I also upheld my
that
end of
that
one other deal.
I threw on purpose for the research folder. Let's go.
I upheld
Totally,
my I
totally what
upheld
I
my
did.
offer of the trip to Japan for 1 minute as well.
I guess you did do that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was on match point. I'm like, you know what? Why not? I got randomed into Smallman as well. Slow game here. I'm just upset that this is 4-7 courtyard. Resident sleeper.
I mean, it's got two extra guests. Makes it harder.
Eh. It's got 15 fewer seconds.
Yeah, but the guests I think are worth it for the spy. Summer Cup throw tradition maintained. Totally.
OP places second.
Yeah, no, I can't just not uphold my reputation of placing second every goddamn Summer Cup.
Here we go
There
in
is
for.
literally not been a Summer Cup I have participated in that I haven't finished second. Every single Summer Cup I participated in,
At
three
least you're
years in a
at least
row.
you're consistent.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Let me get first one of these times, huh? uh, sadness. I'll just have to continue winning Winter Cup. That's fine.
Yeah, you can have
As
it.
long as long as I get into SMC, everything's okay. So Corvus, how you gonna handle like if the same person wins both premier events?
I mean, what if someone just wins everything?
Yeah, exactly. Nice little redirects
Yeah, I was like,
that I
okay,
don't
I
give a shit
can't I
about.
can't commit behind a bastard here because you could credit me with a bug. And then double agent takes my spot. I'm like, oh yes, I get an out. Going for sip BB to just get rid of this drink and then pick up a
I'm mostly
briefcase.
watching small one right there, so I don't
Yep.
see it.
Down the drink, pick up a briefcase because I have that statues. I'm like, oh, perfect. I can like time add and go like inspect fingerprint. I still have to finish
Wow.
seduce, and yeah, there's not enough time for any of
There
that.
is absolutely not enough time for any of that.
Yes, I do get the green time ad.
You get the green time ad with wheels at doing
Yes,
the exact same time ad, and then you get this immediate green
yes, and I
pearl
was
line.
thinking like, oh, a checker purloin. Thank you, Toby. um,
Of course, I know it's happened.
yeah, you did see that. It would have been nice if you didn't though. And even though there's no beeps, you do find the shot.
Yeah, I mean, there's no beeps, but at the same time, there's literally no one else it could be.
Yeah. Can't blame you there because an SDA just took.
Hey, this is the game I get to be really fucking upset about. That the Irish game
Oh,
and this game are the games I
I'm super happy with this game.
yeah, okay. The thing is, it's the inverse of the Irish
Yeah,
game. Okay, it's the inverse of the Irish game
yeah.
where it
I
works
mean, it
out for
really
you.
is. I had camper game, or well, we'll just get into it.
We'll get into it.
3, 2, 1, planet. But yeah, most of this set. I mean, I needed camper brain to show up, and I got that. But you know, you can't kick etiquette brain out of your head.
So I kind of twitched forward here a little bit to try to get Toby near me because
Uh,
I just wanted to do a green purloin.
yeah, not a bad idea.
I just wanted to do a green purloin, and then Ambassador kind of sets up. Not yet. Actually, that's later. Um,
I was watching for flirts earlier because I'm like, okay, hope he's gonna do a cheese flirt. But I didn't see anything, so I'm like, oh no.
so Ambassador just sits next to me. So I don't know if he's actually close enough for me to push him out, or if it's Seek doing it. Then I realize, okay, yeah, it's me doing it. So I have to take this now, and I take it, and I get away with it.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, that was nice. And then you got a briefcase at your feet. And now we're
So
gonna
the main-
increment that Kane gets a difficult print counter by 1.
Kane gets an unnoticed difficult print
Yep.
off of briefcase even. Like how do I return this completely?
Oh, I thought that was a nice path, and I almost low-lit you for it.
God damn it! God damn it! Really?
I fake low-lit you for it.
You fake low-lit me for it? You bastard! So at this, like, okay, times I kind of don't want to go to statues, but time's a little bit strict for like getting flirts, contact, and prints,
Oh
right?
yeah, if you didn't go to statues, you were so winning this game.
I didn't go to statues.
I know, but if you didn't, is that what I said?
I did not go to statues,
Yeah.
and if I did, I was winning this game. Maybe.
If you didn't go to statues,
I never went to statues.
like yeah, if you finish without going to statues.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. We found it.
Just the contradiction of terms of if you didn't go to statues, you were winning this game, when I
Okay.
didn't go to
Whoops,
statues.
I think I might have said that wrong.
So I do this flirt, you know, and I don't know if you really notice it, but it's kind of cheesy.
Oh.
The annoying thing is that Double Agent, right now, look at this.
It is a really good time for contact, and you're the only
It's a
one
really
doing
good time for contact, and this conversation's just too
Hated
forward for me
it.
to get in.
Hated it.
And then I walk back in, and you just fucking shoot me for it, and I fucking hate you.
Ah, lovely.
And this is the exact inverse of the Irish game, because that game was also, I hate this because it just looks absurdly like a spy, but I don't really have anything except for the credited bug on Irish. You didn't have anything on
Yeah.
me, and you just took the fucking shot.
Yeah.
I
you're the
fucking
spy.
hate it.
You're the spy.
I hate you, cause like, it just sucks, cause it's like it's the same thing that I did with Irish, and it works out for you, but not me, and I'm
I
sad.
mean, you also weren't at Windows long enough.
Yeah, I mean, I was at Windows for how long here? Let's see. Like 4 seconds? 4 seconds short enough, long enough, I think. Just barely.
Yeah, I was super happy that chat noticed that. They're like, oh yeah, Legorve hates that. And then I shot for it, and they're like, yeah.
I despise you.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. Oh. Oh, let me mark that as one of my favorite games. Save.
Pwned in chat as if he's like, oh yeah, yes, of course. This is obviously a good shot.
Scared that I have the confidence to shoot for that. I don't know. That was just behavior brain, etiquette brain.
Yeah, I mean that's some bullshit. I mean, I hate the fact that this conversation's too full in the first place, because that's a prerequisite.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I think you just gotta pass it up if you do that.
I don't have the time to pass it up, is the thing.
Well,
There's 45 seconds on the clock.
Just do that or die. And you die.
So, like, I guess I have to go for a silent game if I think you're really gonna fuck. I knew you would. I knew that you would hate it, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm clean on the bug. I can do this and still win the game. But then you just fucking shoot, because apparently that's enough.
It was
Fuck you.
perfect. I loved it.
I mean, it's just the thing, because I did the same thing with Irish, and it was an AI, so it's like we can see both outcomes. We can see both outcomes here.
I don't know. I don't think you're gonna be shooting at civs for that much longer, or that often.
Okay, sure. Yeah, and I didn't think I'd be shooting Irish as a civ that often for that, but guess who's the fucking fool here? Oh, good. Now it's another game I get to complain about.
All right, we'll get this one
Gallery
started.
game is the. Let's just get this game going. Go.
Oh, this
go.
one was fun too.
This-
It's
this-
a gallery
this
game too,
game-
which is not surprising for me to say. Or 3, 2, 1, playing it.
This game is so dumb. Holy shit. I mean, it was smart to not ever contact because the party was just so. I mean, I guess it kind of forced you to not ever contact because
Right.
no one was ever in.
I
But
guess
that's the
that's fair, but I
thing.
was also like for this set, I was making two changes to my spy, which is watch for fingerprint finishers and don't
Oh,
contact until
you are
later.
literally the first highlight in
Yes.
this game.
For my terrible spacing, I wanted a good flirt and maybe a reverse bug here, and I got neither. And I
Oh
got a
my
highlight.
god.
But I think this highlight ended up helping me out. Just because
Does it?
it's like, I don't know, like you're not watching me the rest of the game, so it mustn't have hurt.
Well, I'm not watching you because there's a billion things to watch this game. Gallery just decides to be the most like this is the calmest it'll be all game because everyone's in conversation right now. Um, but like in a moment it's about to get like real wild really fast. Like like ambassador starts leaving prints everywhere that people are picking up. People are going like a ton of people go to statues.
Yep.
See, there's okay, here it goes. Here it starts up. People are starting to leave things.
Yeah, that's getting galleried.
Oh, and look at that. Ambassador started to head outside while people are doing a bunch of things in the back, and then
Uh-oh,
there's a
small man.
briefcase and it's
Ah,
just
you know what? Maybe I like gallery. No, I don't.
yeah.
Not after one game.
Yeah, I mean this is the exact type of gallery game that I'm like, why do I ever play this venue?
Yeah, it's a nightmare game for me too. You
Because
know,
there's
I,
just
I
like
often find success adding time on gallery despite not liking to play on gallery. So playing more gallery seems to help me.
I mean I do notice the time ad, but too late for it to be really all that useful. Um, but like just there's already 5 highlights. Kane's gonna leave. Ambassador's all threatened. Salmon's gonna take this weird fucking conversation position. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Like what is this conversation position? And he's right near the ambassador too, and he starts talking immediately after jumping near the ambassador with terrible conversation positioning. So Salmon's credited with a bug, and I hate him. And like just like everyone's all over the place, getting prints everywhere. And so I'm like, this game sucks.
Yep. Yeah, there were a few highlights here for
How many time
like
ads do you
combo
do, by the
positioning.
way? Is it just
Two,
two?
white, green.
Okay, I thought it was just two. Because I noticed a little bit late on the time ad, but I do notice that there's been at least one white time ad, and then I would check and I'm like, okay, there's a green time ad as
I,
well.
I did time it
Um,
pretty poorly with Ambassador coming outside because you're gonna look there.
I am camping pwned. It's just that there's so much shit going down in this party, and my natural camping is also gonna include like kind of just noticing things, just because I played the game enough to kind of notice weird things. Anyways, so this sucks. This party just is the worst. And then Ambassador's putting more like Ambassador can't sit down. He's like basically always putting down a print or in danger of being bugged. Um,
Yeah, it was at this point that Trek made a good point on the cast about how taxing this set was. It's like, this is a very long gallery game, on top of it being a long set already. We're like 16 games deep.
mhm. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
also a very, very long set. 26 games max for regulation. I'm gonna
But
get my
yeah, so
second
this is
print.
this is just all together. I hate everything. Smallman's in the back, so he gets a highlight because
Yep.
he's just standing in that fucking spot.
Yeah, how many of these highlights have been for combo positioning? I think at least 3.
Well, Smallman being in the back is not really combo positioning, but kind of sucks. It's you and Sam at the very least.
Yep.
Um, but of course, there's just highlights for the regular things as well. Like people completing inspects, which there are like I think 2 or 3 of those.
Yep.
No. Um, I still should have won this game, actually, because I see your bug at the end. But like I'm not 100%, and like I just have suspects inside who have just
Yep.
rejected drinks.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
do introduce the real DA.
yeah, this is pretty clearly the real DA, but it doesn't matter because you're never in a contact.
Still worth knowing in case a contact does happen. Now I'm going in 30 seconds left. Gonna request a drink here. There's just been a take, which is concerning.
Yeah, so at the time that you do this purloin, like ambassadors at statues, like Alice and like Smallman's going to a blue bookcase. I'm like hyper aware of the fact
Yep.
that he could be just running it over to green in the moment. So here's the critical moment because I do see this. It's slightly visible.
Yeah. There's like
Yeah,
a
the
moment of the
the
arm.
very end of the arm, and I'm like, I should have shot for that because there's no way your arm should be there.
Yeah.
But then the clock hangs, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is the clock hanging? Right?
Yeah.
If that had just been overtime, which actually, if if that had just been overtime, you get shot,
Yep.
right?
I mean,
But
right.
because of the clock hang, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Um, and I end up shooting her. I don't know why I shot her. I thought
Yeah,
maybe
she
she could
she
have done
did
a.
take the list, so
Yeah, I know she took the list, but she was also my top suspect. I thought maybe she could have gotten like a reject green purloin into take, but it wouldn't have been made no
yeah.
sense. But I was just completely fucked that game because like the party was just so stupid.
Yeah, after a few seconds of standing this conversation outside with overtime going off, I'm like, okay, the laser has
I
not
mean,
like come
right.
down here. I think I'm good.
Yeah. No, so yeah, if that list gets taken like at all before time
Yeah.
expires, you get shot there really easily. Um, and then next gallery game, I just wipe purloin and die.
Yeah.
Mostly.
That is how gallery goes
I mean,
sometimes.
red.
Well, you also requested the difficult print, which made you the top suspect, and then you just happened to purloin it as well. Because I highlight Irish and Duke for the easy prints.
Mm.
And then I'm like, oh, Teal's like requesting the difficult.
I didn't know if you'd noticed the request. I just wanted to purloin. I didn't really want the fingerprint. Although in retrospect, maybe I should have just taken the print. Whatever. Anyways, I just die. Just die. It sucks. I can't hit green tests.
I
Can't.
wasn't.
I also missed the difficult print.
To be fair, I wasn't actually sure if it was you or Duke who purloined it, but you gulped it as well.
Yeah. Well.
So that's gallery.
Yeah.
I
And
swept
veranda.
gallery, which was surprising.
Veranda is you're playing Duke.
Yes, we'll get that one started in 3, 2, 1, playing it. On 12 points, 2 from game, or match, not match point, from taking this set.
Yep.
Um, just wanted to be a bit aggro. I didn't like how much was over near me to take this microfilm, so I let it
Hmm.
like open up a bit more. Then I thought that you might have noticed me do that as well with the laser, but I
Hmm.
would have
Laser.
died obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. There are definitely some games in this set where like, hmm. Like, I feel like
I
my
mean,
sniper
red.
wasn't all that bad this set. I just had some really rough parties that I didn't handle correctly, which, is the biggest challenge of being a top level sniper, right? Is
Yep.
like, how do you handle the parties that are the worst, right? Because, like, when you get to be a strong sniper, you can, most players can handle, like regular parties at that point to a pretty high degree of like being able to do this. I do note that you have a print here, of course. And,
Did you see that I waited too long to grab that?
yeah, I
Okay.
did notice that fact.
And then you stuck around here. I'm like, oh no. And then I go read over the briefcase because I'm like, okay, I gotta lose some heat by doing the most suspicious, non-threatening thing. And then I accidentally double read because action priorities.
Well, I see you get this print as well. I don't actually highlight for you for it for whatever reason. I think maybe because I thought it was empty. But you don't get the print anyways, so
Yep.
it ends up reflecting reality.
Yeah, I stopped there because I thought Amber was gonna leave conversation, but someone stopped in there to keep him there, so I had to do a double walk.
There are just other things I'm focusing on at that point. That was a thing. So as I was saying, like a lot of snipers are going to be able to handle like a kind of a regular activity party when you get to a point where you're a strong sniper, and you're going to be able to snipe those with pretty high consistency. It's really getting into the meat of how you deal with really really hyperactive parties, and if you can successfully snipe those regardless of the hyperactivity, is how you get into like that's where your really heavy consistency and strength comes from. I think a lot of the time,
Yep.
because it really deadens the impact of this kind of like luck, right? Like if I had handled that gallery game correctly, I would have just shot you for the bug, and the fact that I got a really unlucky gallery game where the party was just completely fucked, wouldn't have mattered,
Yep.
right? But I didn't handle that quite correctly because I didn't shoot you for the bug that I saw. Um, this time I just see you microfilm. Uh,
Yeah.
just in the moment.
I was like,
Um,
I need to just do this. I need some progress, and it's too late.
yeah, the fact that you have this level of progress with 105 left, you can't really wait on it.
That was a good
So,
standard game, 12-7.
and then we have another very quick game from me.
Yes, I see the bug.
You see the bug and shoot me.
Yes.
I honestly thought this was probably so. This replay this I actually don't know. Does sniper always spawn in the same location?
I believe so, right?
It might. I don't like. I mean like.
I mean, you always spawn on the left side of ballroom, always on left side of high rise.
Yeah, it's all the same. Always the same location. Yeah, I've got to because I've been shot for that almost exactly that bug a couple of times. Against Rav, I took that bug and got shot for it. I just need to be more aware of the natural angle that you get to hold
Mhm.
on spawning and on veranda because it's gonna be to show off that bug. Um,
Yeah, I saw it just waiting for an opportune time to shoot. And next game,
yeah.
onto library. And I think you said GG after that point.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah. I misremembered how long the set was.
and I'm like, oh no, now the
No, no,
reverse
no.
sweep happens.
So okay, let's just skip past like the first minute of this.
Oh, we don't have to. We could just breeze through where it says by AI controlled on the middle of the screen.
Skip.
So a small moment, it puts me in this spot behind the pillar. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Conversation fills up. I want this contact. Double agent leaves. All right, we're caught up. 3:30. I did note a few people who had middle statues and the like.
There were a lot of those this game at least. There was a lot of middle statue visitors this game. Some bug credits as well. Like Kane has bug credit and is going center statues now.
Oh, wish I had known that. I guess Smallman's not the best person to be swap framing though.
No, no, not really. When Disney does this bullshit going in that position.
I didn't
I'm
like
done.
having Toby and Abba nearby because I was thinking, all right, I'll just grab a yellow book at some point and like take it to green. Because I've just been here the entire game so far.
Mhm.
Now my conversation fills up again. I'm like, okay, that's good enough. I got a few targets in.
Banana bread.
Kane's in for this reel as well, which just I hate so much. And then he rejects here. If you pro in from for him
Oh,
here, I think he dies. Because then General does a really quick reject as well, and I'm like, fuck, if this is a Purloin, who do I... Because it looks like General might have requested it, right?
yeah.
Across the venue. If that,
Uh,
like, I was like thinking, if that's a Purloin, who do I shoot?
I thought about dumping that book straight into green, but your laser was nearby, so luckily I did not.
I'm just too worried about the because it's still going right now. The
Oh,
chain is still going. It's mostly been offers to lowlights after that, but it's like I still have to like pay attention to
yes,
the next person to take, and
because
then
you
it
got your
goes
two
to
top
Alice, who
suspects.
also has center inspects, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Uh,
darn. That would have been a good
and
opportunity.
I'm like, okay, I'm like the biggest sigh of fucking relief
There has not
when
been a
that's not a
Purloin.
purloin, because there were three massive suspects that could have done that, and Alice would have like, and then now Irish goes to fucking center statues. Like this game also kind of sucks for
Hmm,
me.
darn.
uh,
I feel like I should have won this one now. But
I mean,
I'm just
you
here
got away with the
time refloating.
microfilm completely clean.
I did
Like,
microfilm.
oh, you didn't microfilm? What the fuck? You should have.
Yeah, I should have.
You absolutely fucking should have. I
I just
forgot that
thought
you
you had
didn't
seen
actually
me
did it.
walking past green, so I'm like, oh, you know that this book must be from yellow. Which is silly because I'm not a suspect, and, you know, that's the best thing. That's the best place to be, not being a suspect.
So this time ad does help me out a good chunk because of I have such big suspects, right?
Yeah.
I like kind of know where they've been, and there's like yes, these people. There's basically no way they could have done a time ad, right? So it makes me a lot less concerned about some of my biggest suspects and allows me to free up some attention to watch your finish.
Yep. And then I take this book back to yellow, which I'm
Like a
thinking, oh,
fool.
do you not know this is from yellow when your laser lingers over here, but then it goes away? I'm like, ooh, I want to do
I'm
middle
not even
statues,
thinking about your book.
and then I want, then I'm like, ooh, I can swap here, but then you see me. And I'm like, oh
No, yeah,
no.
I definitely see you. So the thing is, I was like, man, Smallman's not really that much of a suspect. If Legorve sees me staring down his statue, is Legorve just gonna like swap frame Smallman? And I was really worried about that because I was like, I
Yeah.
might not be able to see the fade. The problem for you, because that's actually what I'm considering right now. The problem for you is that you end up near the ambassador with this briefcase,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, well, if we're swap framing Smallman as Smallman like gets like a bunch of missions right at the end here,
Yeah.
then fuck it. You know, this is one of those games where I hate AI and everything to do with them.
Yeah, that was another, I guess, kind of like the gallery game, just letting you stew, letting you cook, and maybe getting away with it at the end, and then yeah, I guess
Yay,
got too
my
desperate.
best my game. This is the game.
Yes, this is a good one. All right, all right. Let's start with spy camera because that's the only way we're gonna see this bug. All right, three, two. Hold on, we'll start on three. All right, three, two, one. All right, you already got bug dodged. uh,
Well, you
you had
know, if
you
you
had
do
bug
chaos
done.
bugs enough.
You had bug done before I located the ambassador.
Yes, yes. That one I was like, okay, surely I've gotten away with this one.
Just don't miss the double agents conversation, and then go immediately back into it.
I hate you.
I'm gonna clutch onto that one forever.
Yeah, so I mean, so this set is definitely one that I feel like the parties were slightly against me, but if I were playing my best game, I definitely still could have like like held on to the set, right?
Yep.
So like and obviously you made good use of those parties because in a long party, if you get some time ads, then it's going to be a really fucking annoying scenario to
Yeah.
snipe. It is definitely mentally taxing. So like it was the right play to make, I think, in those scenarios. But you know, I think on my best day I probably could have held this a lot closer at the very least. But
Yeah. I did.
unfortunately, it was not my best
Yeah, I did
day.
some lowlights here for character picks, just like the male spies that you rarely pick. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
remembered this is supposed to be the easiest match point. I'm on 13. I just sniped this one for the win, and you know, let me redo that or bring them back up.
Yeah, just low light male characters, except for me. No.
Well, you pick general sometimes, so I wouldn't have lowlit general.
I pick Duke pretty regularly, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did. I reconsidered Duke when I was doing it,
Like,
but
I mean,
Disney
I
Salmon.
play everyone when the like I don't always pick female characters, you shit. Also, this
Yeah.
ambassador keeps want to give me a bug.
Yep. Didn't think anything of that though. So good.
But yeah, so it's like so the reason that you might have picked up on a female character bias is because if I'm picking a character instead of letting it go random, which I often do let it go random, if I'm picking a character though, it is going to generally be a shorter character,
Yep. You said
and shorter
that as
characters are
well.
just women, typically in this game,
And wheels,
and
but
wheels. Yeah,
rarely Smallman.
Smallman
Yeah.
Smallman gets too much of baggage along with this with being short.
Yep.
Is my thought on it.
So here I see General step into mid statues. I'm like, oh, do I have to shoot General?
God damn it! Really?
Because I'm like, I haven't seen General do anything, and that's more concerning than not. I didn't know that there was a print on there, by the way.
Good.
Well, not good.
For me, good.
No, because you grab a difficult briefcase here, and then you grab a fresh print off blue.
Well, I guess it's not good.
Because
Yeah,
yeah,
in
you
that
missed this one.
context.
But
But like,
so I still
it just
had,
sucks that I missed
yeah, I
this.
still had two prints for you, but I didn't have bug or seduce or contact even really. I just wasn't ready to shoot.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just really upset with missing that because it was just like the culmination. I was like, if missing that fingerprint, is what loses me this game, I'm just gonna be so upset, right? Because it's just like the kind of culmination of what's been going wrong with my spy all set is
The
like
bad path into books too. Ah.
bad path into books.
Yeah. Oh wait, Rocker
What's
just
that?
did the same exact thing. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
Martini's
wait, what?
lied to me.
I was gonna say like this is not this. I don't see anything wrong with this path.
But yeah, going in for contact, you're gonna wait a bit.
I am gonna wait. I mean, one, this contact's not that great. Two, I don't want to do this immediately because if you're like all that suspicious of me, like shot, right? That could be the shot.
But yeah, just didn't have
Banana bread.
5 missions for you because the bug was stupid clean.
hmm
And
I know pathing you shits. You don't play the game long enough. You don't play the game as long as I have without learning pathing. I
that's
know pathing better than you do, Pwned.
I still don't know pathing. I don't want to have to learn pathing.
And then this Taiyan game is just sadness.
Yep. So that's you taking probably the most difficult games of the
Yeah.
comeback.
I was like, okay, 4 games of Taiyan. It's
Yeah.
not likely,
Yeah.
but like, it's doable.
Yeah, you said that during the match. Yeah, after I lost that one, I'm like, okay, I could get ear-handed, but
The thing is, it would have gone to overtime balcony, and with my green rate this set.
oh yeah, true. And I would
Thing
have
is, with
been pushing per lane.
Uran, my green rate was still fine.
Yep. Luckily, I kept up the green rate. Didn't get exhausted, which is a concern. First time doing a match of this length, but we'll start with Tan.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, planet.
This game just makes me kind of sad because like I could have theoretically credited the bug you get, but like it's so hard to do that in that spot. It's Taiyan and like, you know.
It was actually a really good timing too, because I had just finished talk animation.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's one of the biggest things about it, right? Is because usually with that kind of a bug, I can see like you leave an idle or a talk animation, and I can say, okay, well that helps me credit the bug a lot more. But the timing of it is just so incredibly fortuitous that it's so difficult to credit. Now I can, and especially later on when I have it down to 2 for the purloin, maybe I can make that shot happen, right?
Yeah.
If I have any sort of inkling that there's this bug that has happened. Um, so we get this contact.
Yeah, it's real for
It's still a
Salmon
lit to one
and General
person.
who have inspects.
But yeah,
Second flirt, not a 2 flirt.
so here comes this bug. You're
Yep.
talking. Ambassador comes to you right as you
Talk
finish
animation
this
ends
talk
right now.
animation, and you're like, it's just. And so the thing is, okay. So the reason I don't think it's a bug, I want to pause
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
One of the biggest reasons I don't think it's a bug is because when you leave, I don't see your arm, right? But
Yeah.
because of exactly when your animation stopped, you got to trigger it super early to the point where you almost were done with the animation before you left.
Yeah, it's almost
So
an
I
OP
would,
bug.
yeah, it almost kind of, except it's just the ambassador coming to you when you get that, right? It's just like everything about this screams like you have to either 100% credit this to every AI who's ever in that position, or it's not a bug, right? It's literally from this angle I cannot see it. I have to like see this. I have to like take this really wonky right side angle that no one's ever taking in this scenario.
Yeah.
Like it's technically visible if you take the right angle for it, but it just doesn't make any sense to take that angle. Especially since it's hard to react to the ambassador path. Like from where I am, when the ambassador starts moving, I'd have to immediately say I'm gonna go all the way over to see if Seek's gonna bug this, right? And it's just so impossible to credit that. I mean, it's possible to credit that, but it's so impossible to say this is actually a suspicious bug.
Yeah.
At most, it's
When I
threatening.
went to the back as well, I looked towards the laser and I didn't see any reaction towards me. I'm like, oh, did I get away with that? And I'm like really happy about that because then I go and finish flirt and then I'm thinking inspects or purloin. What do I
Yeah.
survive here?
Yeah, and then I'm like just low letting people, and it's down to two, and you win.
That is the set.
That bug upsets me, but what can you do about it?
That is a bug in a nutshell.
Yeah, so definitely not my best day, especially with regards to green test rate. But you played really well, so
Yeah.
what can I say? Always second place.
Always next year. And next year cast
Yeah,
for
just
SMC.
just for we're building up the arc. This is an anime. Where my arc we're 3 seasons in, an infinite tournament arc can never seem to win. Do you shoot sick if he insta rejects? Uh Probably not, unless I notice it and think, wow, this is like incredibly like unless I actively notice the insta reject, because he's not really a suspect before that. He's just someone I'm tracking having reject. Um, yeah, DT, exactly. I'm fucking Ash Ketchum over here. Oh, can never goddamn win a tournament.
You just
That's
gotta.
actually
You're trying to catch second places in all of them.
that's that's well, no, because the meme is that Ash never wins tournaments in
Hmm.
Pokemon. He'll get all the way there and then he'll get knocked down. Didn't Ash win one in 2020? I think he did. I think he did. I think that meme actually did get broken. But that is a pretty good, pretty pretty good corollary DT. uh,
Oh, well, that is the set. Let me check if I have anything else that I wanted to talk about. I don't think so. Oh, I had one clip from the cast where Track says coin flips at least feel fair in regards to balcony. That was quite amusing. But I think that's it. I think that is the postmortem and Summer Cup. Done. Wrapped.
GG's everyone.
GG's OP.
Um, Remember to submit your favorite plays of the cup. I'm gonna stitch them into a video, release them, get a vote out, and people are gonna win some prizes. Want to play chaos match now? Says Bobby. Um, Give me a little bit. Actually, yeah, give me like 30 minutes to an hour. Bobby. Yeah, let's post mortem our match in Hidden Cup
Oh,
Legorve.
sure. You want to do that now?
At least I can bask in some kind of glory.
I mean, if my record against you is 2-6 or whatever, and the two that I have are championships, I'll take that.
Uh,
But yeah, that's I guess the start of. I mean, it's not even the start of a rivalry. It's I don't know. That win feels good.
well, the real rivalry I have is with Lazy Bear. Our competitive record is like goddamn identical with one
Yeah.
another.
Oh,
uh,
maybe now I can add you to the list of people that I can beat sometimes.
that's a pretty large list, Legorve.
Yeah. Well, not the sometimes part,
What's the
but
thing? Because like I'm pretty sure that if I'm actively playing and like practicing and being making sure I'm keeping unrusted, I'm gonna beat most people basically every time. And that maybe that sounds a little arrogant, but whatever.
yeah, I mean it's true.
uh, Whereas there are definitely people who like basically the people I consider elite are the people who can sometimes take sets off me, and I'm scared of actually facing them because I'm like I don't want to lose. That sounds sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt very
Which was
much about this
basically,
way.
by the way, those people were basically my entire goddamn bracket stage. Sauerkraut, BT, Rob, Legorve. At least I didn't have to play Pofky or
Pofky,
Lazy Bear.
Pofky
Uh,
Schmofky.
uh-huh. uh,
All right, I think that's gonna be it then.
yep.
Sounds like there's an impromptu match going on in an hour with you.
See ya.
Have fun.
Yep, thanks.
Good luck, Bobby. Uh, just hope that Opie isn't hitting greens.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a
Okay,
good
but
place to start.
when I get that new monitor,
Oh yeah.
when I get the new monitor, my green rate is always going to be good.
Yes.
Surely that's how it works, right?
It's pretty helpful.
Give me that 144 hertz, maybe. See you around.
Peace. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. That concludes the ninth and final postmortem for the Hidden Cup. Or, not Hidden Cup,
Summer Cup.
Summer Cup. Yes, haven't done streams on Hidden Cup yet. I guess it is still happening at some point. I have the YouTube videos uploaded too, but those are not as fun, not as enjoyable. But thanks for tuning in for the day stream. Uh, Peace.